Hey guys, I am just here checking in regarding the August 2020 set that's going up for you on Patreon. You guys voted for it like normal. We just called it Orange Pool, I think. Sometimes I have like the hardest time figuring out what to call sets. I need to get better at that. I don't know what kind of formula I need to come up with, but it needs to be better than just like a very descriptive like orange and in the pool, like orange pool. Like too simple, not very arty, just yeah, I'll get better. Okay, what was this set about? This set was actually taken a year ago. It was taken last summer. I was shooting everything orange last summer. I was kind of in an orange phase, which I'm actually not sure that I'm completely out of yet. I haven't shot a ton of that. However, I still continue to have ideas, so it might be something that continues to roll forward. In general though, where I was last summer with shooting the orange thing or things was really about, so I had a very big trauma happen. After that I like returned home to my small town and I just started to go to therapy, and I spent a year in therapy. I actually lived at home with my mom so I could afford to go to therapy every single week. Therapy cost me I think like $600 a month, which is a lot. I didn't have insurance. I paid out of pocket. And yeah, I just knew that that's where I needed to be at that time, because the trauma happened and I had no idea. I had no idea how to deal with any of that. But at the end of that year, or like in the summer, it was like a partial year. It was like 8 months or something like that. But I came to a point where I was feeling the most myself, the most healed, the best I have ever felt within my mental health and emotionally. And I don't know why, but I came up with this idea that I never actually shot, and I wanted to go around town in my small town to all of the more known places or like historical landmarks, whatever, and I wanted to take a self-portrait at each and every single one of them. And for whatever reason, I just wanted to be in a sheet and I wanted to show movement, and orange just popped into my head, and it just kept popping up into my head, and it just kept showing up, and I was just like, I need to do something with this orange. And then randomly on Instagram or something like that, maybe not so randomly because I follow a lot of things that like talk about mental health and talk about, you know, are just like positive affirmations and that type of stuff to keep me within my own life very like balanced and looking towards the positive side of things. But one of the things that I followed posted something about different aura colors, and I looked up the one that was orange, and this is what it says. Having an orange aura means that you are radiating happiness, joy, warmth, and vibrancy. It signifies that your physical, emotional, and mental health, as well as your spiritual self, is strong and balanced. An orange aura signifies vitality and good health. Whatever you are doing now that's making you this energetic, fresh, and strong, keep doing it. And then it goes on, but in general, that gives you a little bit of what that was about. And as soon as I read that, it like clicked. I was just like, yes, like this is exactly what I feel. This is exactly where I am, like within myself, and showing that visually outside of myself in some way is definitely where I need to be and what I need to be doing. So that summer, I'm going to say extended summer, because I think it was like 4 months that I shot different orange sets. I had this fabric. It's like I don't know if it's tulle. I don't know if it's tulle or whatever the other mesh thing is called. There's another name for it. We had a fabric store going out of business. I randomly went there, not even really knowing what I wanted or what I needed. I think I went there originally to get things for backdrops, but I found this orange meshy tulle stuff. I have it somewhere. I'm not gonna dig while I'm on camera. And I just like bought the rest of it. I was like, whatever it is, I'll take it. It was so cheap. It was like $2 a yard or something like that, because this fabric store was going out of business. And I bought like 22 yards of it in the end or something like that. And I was like, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. We're gonna make it happen. I bought orange, yellow, black, and then I brought a satin that was orange as well. It was too heavy. It didn't really work for anything. I ended up turning that into a robe, which I just shot in. But this orange mesh gave me the movement that I wanted it to, like, that was originally in my head. So I just kept shooting with it, and I just shot with it in a bunch of different scenarios. So at first, the orange one that you saw previously, I shot with that in the garden and I was clothed. I shot another set with it in the garden where I'm nude, which I like better. I think it's the best thing I shot and created last year. That's the Orange Aura series that you guys were choosing between. I shot this one in the pool because for whatever reason, I'm like super into shooting water or in water. It's just super tricky when you normally shoot by yourself. I definitely need a button pusher or like someone else to be there, because you can't be behind and in front of the camera, and it's very hard to be that wet and come out for different angles and different things. Like, it's just really hard to shoot. But anyways, I shot this one in the pool with the water just because I'm into it in general. I shot a nude series in my studio with the orange tulle. I think that's all that's left for you guys to see. You guys have seen the first one. You have this pool one. You have a studio one and an aura one that will be coming up. But in general, that's just where this comes from. This is getting really long. I'm really sorry that I'm talking so much. What else can I tell you kind of behind the scenes? I shot this at my uncle's house in his pool when he was at work. He lives way in the country. I think he has a full acre of land, but he's bordered by farms and different things, so you're pretty secluded when you're there. And I knew that when I was actually in the pool, like, no one would be able to see me. It would just be that time coming in and out where I would have to like cover up really quickly, which is why it worked. There was no real game plan. Just like, okay, I want to shoot this. I want to be in water. Where can I go? What can I do? And whatever you see just kind of came up like organically, I guess, from there. I actually like want this set to be a lot better. Like, I'm kind of insecure about it. Right now, I guess I'm just in this stage where I look at everything I shoot and I know if I could technically be two places at once that I could do it so much better. But when you shoot by yourself, like, you constantly have to go back and forth and keep changing your angles and whatever. And when you shoot with someone else where they're just moving around you and getting different angles at the same time that you're moving, it's so easy, and you just get so much more, and I literally wish I could be both people at the same time. Because it's not that I don't know how to shoot or that I couldn't do a better job. It's just like the going back and forth, and like you set it up one way, and then let's say you take like 20 shots, then you just go back and you take 20 more shots in another location. But when you look back with a photographer's eye, you're always like, I wish I shot that pose from over here, like, and you see all these little things. With the water, with being shooting in the water, it's even worse because you don't even get as many angles as you would normally, like it. And for this, I mean, I could really only shoot down. So afterwards I tried to do some things with cropping and different stuff. I did move the camera to 4 different places on the like deck around the pool. It's above ground, but I mean, I don't think that you can really tell. And I couldn't shoot across because yes, in Canada pot is legal, so you're allowed to have plants at your house or in your garden, and like right across from where the deck is to like jump into the pool is his like crop of marijuana. So I didn't want that to be on the other side of all my picture. So down was all we were getting. I forget what else, like, I don't think that there's anything. Oh, when I got there, I needed to pee so bad, and of course his door was locked. So I had to like run around the barn to a spot where like no one could see me and pee before I started, which was, I don't know, not amazing. At least I got to jump right into the pool though, and it wasn't, like walking around with pee panties all day. Is pee panties even a thing? Sometimes things come out of my mouth and I'm just like, oh Lord, what are you saying? Anyways, that happened. And actually the one funny story that I have for this was, so it's an above ground pool. He made a deck that's the same height as the pool. So you walk up the stairs on the deck, you have this place where you can sit, get in and out and whatever. But there is like this like ladder thing to like jump into the pool and stuff. I was up and down on the ladder a lot, just in general, trying to like, move the camera to different angles, whatever, I don't know. Sometimes because I had my remote and I had it in the water, it got very wet. I was like, and I was trying to like get close for it to go, and then like at one point I was trying to get close for it to go and then jump back into the pool. Those didn't really work out. But the ladder broke. So I'm like on the ladder and I'm like, I have it in one hand over here and I'm stretching like as far as I can to do something. I don't even know what I was trying to do. I always just try to do new weird things every time I shoot. So I'm hanging onto the ladder and I'm stretching and I'm like, whatever with my remote, and the ladder broke in half. You know what? I'm telling this story and I feel like it doesn't sound funny, but I caught it on camera. I clicked it and I'm like, so I have a picture of me falling back into the pool off of this ladder and I'm so surprised, and it's like I'm still holding on to the piece that broke. I'm just like, oh. It's only good because I caught it. It's only good because I caught it. But I do have that and I will post it for you guys because I absolutely think that it's hilarious. Other than that, I mean, that's it. That's all I remember about shooting this one. I'm gonna start filming these videos as soon as I shoot something, whether I post it at that time or not, just so I remember all the details. Obviously, this is a new idea and something new that I've been doing, and some of the sets that I have in my queue are from a year ago, even more than a year ago. I make so much content that it just sits in the vault type of a thing. So I think that if I keep making these as I shoot. I won't leave anything out, and you guys will get the real deal. But I hope that you enjoy this set. I think it's super cool, kind of. Yeah. I mean, the only thing I can say again is that I wish that someone else was there to shoot it with me. I think that would have been the one thing that could make it better. But in general, I really like the concept. I like the water. I like that I was able to incorporate like the whole orange theme or idea with water at some point. And yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for voting for new sets, and I will talk to you soon.